a small discoloration on a wall, a faint chemical odor near a drain. Harmless details to most people, but to an inspector, they signal something deeper. The quiet truth of food inspection is simple. The most dangerous problems don't reveal themselves. They have to be recognized. Before any clipboard opens or checklist begins, inspectors walk into a facility looking for patterns long before anyone speaks. They study airflow, humidity, temperature drift, and the rhythms of movement inside the building. In the first 30 seconds, they can often sense whether the environment is under control or if something is being concealed. What most people picture as inspection, measuring, recording, documenting, comes later. The real work begins with the small signals: a single fan running harder than usual, condensation forming where it shouldn't, a sudden drop in noise from equipment that should be humming. Each clue hints at a process drifting out of alignment, and inspectors are trained to follow those clues until they reach the source. The insight driving this skill is rooted in microbiology. Contamination rarely arrives as a dramatic event. It grows out of neglected corners, unnoticed residues, or stress in equipment that shifts temperatures by just a few degrees. Inspectors know that harmful bacteria exploit these gaps faster than any human can react, so their job becomes predicting where those gaps form. One of the earliest signs is inconsistency. When a facility shows spotless surfaces but cluttered storage. When documentation looks perfect, but equipment tells a different story. When staff appear rehearsed instead of confident. These mismatches matter because they suggest the system works only when people expect to be watched. Inspectors look for environments where discipline is a habit, not a performance. Then comes the quiet testing of systems. Not with machines, but with questions. Simple ones. What do you do if this machine shows a temperature alarm? Where is the last record of sanitation verification? Who checks this room when production stops? The answers reveal whether the plant runs on real control or on assumptions. Many problems start when a process is left to memory instead of measurement. The inspection's heart is environmental monitoring. Every surface, drain, airflow path, and food contact zone represents a possible vector. Inspectors know which microorganisms survive on which materials, how long residues persist, and where moisture accumulates. A drain that smells slightly sweet can indicate carbohydrate buildup, which can feed bacterial colonies. A sticky valve handle may suggest cleaning agents never reach certain areas. These small details form a map of where contamination could hide. And then there are the red flags inspectors never ignore. A room colder than the rest by an unexpected margin, frost forming on packaging in a freezer, condensation dripping silently from a ceiling panel. Each one is a mechanism waiting to activate. Temperature imbalances allow pathogens to multiply. Moisture creates migration routes. Unexplained residues mean cross-contact risks. One of the most telling moments comes when inspectors request a demonstration. Equipment that works flawlessly during routine shifts sometimes falters under observation. A conveyor stops at the wrong point. A metal detector rejects inconsistently. A sanitation crew forgets a step they thought they remembered. These lapses show how small deviations accumulate into systemic risks. But the part most people never see is the human dimension. Inspectors watch body language as closely as they watch machinery. A hesitant glance between employees can signal knowledge of an unresolved problem. A supervisor who interrupts too quickly may be protecting a weakness, and sometimes the greatest warning comes from silence. When no one volunteers information, they should know. Across all industries, one pattern repeats. The strongest facilities treat inspectors as partners in prevention. They ask questions before issues arise. They log every deviation. They encourage staff to speak up. The weakest facilities rely on the visit going smoothly. And when that is the strategy, problems grow quietly until they break through all at once. What inspectors carry away from each site is not just a checklist, but a trajectory, a sense of where the plant is heading. They know which patterns predict future recalls. They know which failures begin at the edges, not the center. And they know which environments will remain safe only if attention never slips. As food systems grow more complex, inspectors become the translators between science, regulation, and real-world conditions. Their work reveals a constant tension between what should happen and what does happen. And in that space, the smallest oversight can become the starting point of contamination with consequences far beyond the building's walls. The deeper truth is that inspection isn't about catching mistakes. It's about understanding how they form. And every facility holds its own story, some written in data, some written in surfaces, and some written in the warnings only trained eyes can see. So the question that lingers is simple. As technology evolves, will inspectors rely more on sensors, or will sensors rely on them? The answer will shape how safe our food truly becomes, and how early we detect the signs that something is starting to slip.